Pay is the world's largest private anonymous XMR Monero coin. Monero, codename XMR, is an open-source cryptocurrency created on April 18th, 2014. Its block size has no limit, so there's no expansion risk. It avoids the design flaw of Bitcoin and becomes more private, decentralized, and extensible. It is the only cryptocurrency that can hide originator, recipient, transaction amount, and transaction IP currently. It ranks among the top 20 major currencies in the world and has 48 centralized exchanges with a market value of more than 21 billion. Pay Network is a privacy payment protocol ecological application created by British Investment and Learning Ltd. Pay uses POS mechanism to effectively solve the problem of resource waste and inefficiency effectively on the basis of XMR's POW. Pay will create a convenient, borderless, sanction-resistant, and private cryptocurrency that serves the financial infrastructure of billions of people around the world. At present, Pay has received investment from a number of well-known investment institutions, including JetBrains, Dome9, Security, and Araxis. Meanwhile, it is deployed in the United States, Malaysia, Australia, Singapore, Japan, France, South Korea, and other countries. 120 nodes around the world join the Consensus Pay ecological application. Privacy Protocol Pay is a privacy protocol token based on connecting the Monero XMR world with a total circulation of 21 billion. The editor will explain Pay from three aspects. 1. Operation process. 2. Economic model. 3. Future value. First, explain the operation process of Pay. Enter the dApp through the link of the inviter, and then buy XMR in Binance, OKX, and other centralized exchanges. Transfer to the Pay network and conduct transactions in the dApp trading system. After the transaction, PUSD equivalent is obtained. Then, participate in the pledge, earn Pay income. Participating in the pledge of a single amount, minimum $15, maximum $1,400. Second, the editor will share the economic model and promotion system of Pay. Pay was born to overturn the industry cognition. It has a scientific and rigorous underlying logic algorithm, which allows Pay to rise and not fall within the range of 0.5% to 2.5% every day, creating the value and consensus of currency. The editor will explain the good value performance of Pay from the following 6 aspects. 1. The total amount of Pay issued is 21 million. 0 private placement, 0 public offering, 0 pre-sale, 0 pre-mining. 100% reward output via Pledge XMR and algorithm. There is no risk of a large number of low-cost chips from the project side breaking the deal. 2. Pay is pledged to the gold standard output. Fixed daily release of 5%, 60% of which is Pay, compounded at 0.5% to 2.5% per day. 40% is PUSD, which makes the cycle of Pay go longer. When the Pay price rises to 1 yuan, it will produce 30 pieces every day. $10, it will produce 3 pieces every day. And $100, it will produce 0.3 pieces every day. The higher the price, the lower the production capacity. For example, if you invest $10,000, 0.5% of it is $50 per day. 60% of it is Pay, worth $30, and 40% is PUSD, worth $20. Pay increases at a range of 0.5% to 2.5% per day. It will currently compounding at 1.5% a day. The investment of 10,000 theoretically data can earn up to 50 times the annual income. And it is infinitely possible to earn 100 times or hundreds of thousands in the blockchain industry. The following highlights that there is no sooner or later to join Pay. For example, in the early stage, the price of node currency participating in Pay is 1 yuan. When the price of static and dynamic is 3 times 4, it is forced out. When the price of Pay rises to 3 yuan, 40% PUSD is released as forced capital return, and 10,000 Pay, worth 30,000 yuan, is produced. The system forcibly resends 3,300 Pay to activate the miner again. Hypothesis: you use 10 yuan to participate in pledge mining. Pay price rises 30 yuan. 3 times out, you dig out 1,000 pay, forced to reinvest 330 again. Pledge to activate the mining machine. Hypothesis: you use 100 yuan to participate in pledge mining. Pay price rises 300 yuan. 3 times out, you dig out 100 pay, forced to reinvest 33 again. Pledge to activate the mining machine. To sum up, the nodes participating in the pledge in the early stage had low price and high output, and the amount of pay for forced reinvestment and destruction was also high. Nodes participating in the pledge at the later stage have high pay price, low output, and relatively small amount of pay destruction. No matter whether they participate in the pay mining sooner or later, the income is the same, so there is no sooner or later node involved in the pledge. 3. All miners are tripled out and forced to return to the origin. After the combination of static and dynamic income, the income will be stopped, and it will continue after the pledge again, and so on. Reinvestment of origin. Reinvestment requires pay participation, unlimited amount, and continue to be 3 times out. In turn, reinvested pay will be 100% destroyed. 4. Transaction mutual transfer and destruction mechanism. Pay can only be sold but not bought. When the transaction between pay and PUSD happens, 100% of the equivalent pay will be destroyed. When the account transferred to each other, the system will forcibly change the PUSD according to the real-time price, and 100% of the transfer pay will be destroyed to prevent speculative hoarding of coins. 5. Pledge destruction mechanism. When the whole network produces 1 million pay, pay participation in pledge mining requires 50% XMR and 50% pay. When the whole network produces 2 million pay, pay participation in pledge mining requires 20% XMR and 80% pay. When pay participates in pledge mining, the equivalent pay 100% is destroyed. 6. Compulsory payment mechanism. When the value of the pay account is more than 7,000 PUSD, it will be enforced by percentage. For example, if 500,000 pieces of new pledge are needed, it will be enforced by percentage of pay. The account whose value is less than 7,000 PUSD will not be carried out. To sum up, the huge amount of pay destruction will lead to the extreme scarcity of the market, the difficulty of obtaining one currency, and the formation of extreme deflation, which provides a good basis for the unilateral rise of the currency price, for which the consensus of pay must be very strong. Because there is destruction, there is value. Because there is value, there is consensus. Because there is consensus, there is faith. Pay not only has a scientifically rigorous deflation mechanism, but also a powerful reward-sharing mechanism. The editor will explain the following content one by one. 1. Sharing the benefit. 2. Sharing one node. The top and bottom each get one level of experience. 20% of the top node's daily static revenue, and 200% of the bottom node's daily static revenue. Share 2 nodes. The top and bottom each get 2 rewards. The top 2 static revenue each day 20%, the bottom 1 static revenue each day 200%, and the bottom 2 static revenue each day 60%. Note: share revenue is 1-to-1 burn. Small push large according to the small. For example, $100 node recommend $1,000 node can only get 200% of $100 static revenue. 3. Team income. 40% of static income of all communities except one large community. No team income burns. 4. Community support fund. The minimum value of the agreed pledge of the community benefit holder and the agreed pledge of the new entrant of 6% shall be adopted as settlement. Community support fund compensation stops when the static and dynamic income of a single account reaches $300 per day. Finally, let's look at the future value of pay. For example, today the pay price is 4 yuan, and now every day to dig 100 pay, the profit is 400 yuan. When pay goes up to $10, it's the same as getting 1,000 today. So, when pay goes up by $100, it's the same as getting $10,000 today. So, when pay goes up $1,000, it is the same as getting $100,000 today. Through a set of scientific, rigorous, unprecedented, and original deflationary mechanism, pay makes the blockchain industry great again. When there are enough users, the public chain of pay map launched more than 10 centralized exchanges and opens to secondary market trading, making pay the world's largest private payment cryptocurrency and realizing a borderless and barrier-free asset circulation financial system of digital currency. So, as to change the blockchain world, let the blockchain payment application into human life. Through the understanding of pay, I believe that everyone excited, its future value and price inestimable. The above is the explanation of privacy pay. Do you understand?